The Premier League, the holy grail of English football. The grand stage where dreams can be made and also shattered. In the opening season of the Premier League, there were 22 teams that started this brand new era of English football. And Blackburn Rovers were one of them. Now, fast forward 25 years and we've just been promoted from the third tier of English football. After years of turmoil, Rovers have finally turned a massive corner as they try to get themselves back to the promised land. But wait! Venky's, the balmy owners who have caused chaos since their arrival, have yet made another bonkers move by replacing crowd favourite Tony Mowbray with this haphazard clown as manager. Can this rookie steer Rovers to the great beyond? Or will his lack of knowledge and experience drag Rovers to football obscurity once again? Now with this clown in charge, there'll be tears, laughter, and of course, plenty of drama. Join me as we try to make Blackburn Rovers great again.
Hello folks, welcome back to yet another episode of my Football Manager 2019 series called Make Rovers Great Again. And since you've been gone, you've not missed a beat actually, because we played the last Champions League game and then we took on Man United. A bit of a goal bonanza now. Since then, it's pretty much been a whole month since we actually kicked a football, so going to go into this a double-header against Fulham and Liverpool. A little bit rusty, perhaps. And we'll try and see what we got. So, realistically, our only thing on the table is a push, an ambitious push for Champions League football. We are 10 points adrift of Arsenal with what? How many on the table? Let's have a quick look at that again. Sorry. 2, 4, 6, 7 games on the table. So that's 21 points. If we're lucky. So kicking it off, first and foremost, at home against Fulham, who we've played over the years 4 times, and we've won all 4. They come into this match in 13th spot. They look a bit, clear from relegation, scrappage, as Burnley have got mission impossible on their hands to stay in the division. They come into this actually in woeful form. We're in a little bit all over the place, but hopefully we've got enough in the tank to get home a big fat 3-pointers, because I did say there's 7 games to play. We do take on Liverpool next, and then we also take on Arsenal. And those 2 games, realistically, we've got to come out with something if we are going to upset the odds and squeeze in and steal that last Champions League spot. Otherwise, it's a race to stay in the Europa League. Okay, folks, this is the team for the game. Mograbi, Winsdale, Toto, Ayala, and Bogle in my back 4. Shinchenko, Garcia, Maitland-Niles, and Cash. Flatman, 4 midfield. Waldemir and Kure going up top. I just got a vibe. He does like to score every now and again, especially at home. Let's give him a run out. We got the likes of Gunn, Busquets, Zivanovic, Adar, and Torreira on the bench. So a month waiting. A quick look at the Fulham lineup. Dadasov leads the line for Fulham, the Azerbaijani international. 11 goals this season, not a bad return. Any other standouts? Allen in the middle of the field. Who did he used to play for? Man United and Brighton. Anyway, he's 34 years old. Let's get it on. Okay. Ewood Park, the venue, in what is a must-win game for Rovers if they are to close that gap on Arsenal. The only game going on is us closing in on the end of the season. Here comes Bogle with a throw-in. Picks up by Maitland-Niles to Garcia, who likes the long ranger. 8 minutes on the clock, and he gets his 9th of the season. That's what we want to see. Midfielders chipping in with some goals. He scored a few crackers this year. This was also a bit of a belter as well. Look at that. Quick time, first shots. Keeper had no chance. And he's back on his feet. Waldemir with a free kick. Quick rebound. Kure backs out to Waldemir. He's brought down, but it won't be a penalty. It will be a throw. So we are looking at potentially my future centre-backs in Ayala and Toto. Hopefully they can work something with Mugrabi between the sticks as well. Very young defensive trio there. Bogle's not too old either. So trying to get them on sync. Garcia with a dodgy looking free kick. Actually cleared by Fulham. Another option here, Bogle. To Cash. Garcia. To Maitland-Niles. He has a dink. Bogle. Back to the Maitland-Niles. Bogle with a cross this time. Comes out to Winsdale. Garcia. This is long range. But plays it out left to Shinchenko. He can whip a cross in. And Waldemir's there. 16th of the season. And that is probably 3 points in the bag. I hope to see more goals if we keep playing like this. We've only got only played just over half an hour. Shinchenko and Waldemir offers us something a bit different today with his head. Bosh. So that does close the gap if it stays like this. Obviously, Arsenal not playing, they will have a game in hand to 7 points, which makes it a little bit more doable. You know, not double digits. And that is half time and looking good so far. And we are giving Busquets another run out in place of Bogle in the second half. Formation stays the same. You know, maybe we can see him fling a couple of balls around. I'm looking at making a couple of other subs in a bit with Gunn or Zavanovic. Maybe an Adam Adar to come on top to try and score a couple. Kouré's not been that effective today, which has been a bit disappointing. We might even push him on the right-hand side and opt to pull out Cash. I don't know. We'll see. Gonzalez boots this long. Toto heads it back to Ayala. The two pass back nicely. Back to Mugrabi. Plays it short to Busquets. Has come deep. Looking for an option. Doesn't have the pace of the olden days, but he can still fling a ball around. Garcia tries to bring in Cash. Sergio Busquets picks it up. Garcia. Looping ball for Shinchenko. Another crossing opportunity. Waldemir picks up the loose ball. Can he keep it going? Winsdale. Busquets. And he's brought down in a dodgy looking area. Waldemir might fancy his chances on this one. It's a bit long ranger. Looping effort. Garcia picks up the fumble, but ultimately amounts to nothing. Final change. Free kick, though, for Fulham. It's bundled around. Mugrabi keeps it all out. He's starting to cement himself as my main man. And it looks like we're like, who the heck was David Raya, eh? Mugrabi's my main man now. So hopefully we can get Shinchenko fires it in. Loose ball. And it's scrambled away. But hopefully Arsenal will slip up a little bit between then and whenever we take him on. And lost opportunity here for a goal. Allen to Chiquita. Tronson. Long ranger. Mugrabi was equal to it. And that will be a goal kick. Got about 60 seconds left on the clock. There shouldn't really be anything to get excited about unless Adam Adar decides to rip one loose. Savanovic thinking about it, pulls it back. Maitland-Niles, loose ball. Garcia to Busquets, to calm as you like. To Winsdale, ups a cross in. Savanovic thinks about it. Tronson clears, and here come Fulham. Ayala does the business, stalls play, and we are just trickling down the clock. This should be it. There it is. Job done. Professional performance by Rovers, 2-0. And after those sets of matches, actually Brighton squeezed back in between us into 5th spot after a 5-3 win over Crystal Palace. They're 1 point above us, and they're actually a little bit closer to 4th as of right now. Okay, folks, here we go with the second game of this video, up against Liverpool, who have only lost 3 times this season. But we did beat them the first time at Ewood Park. It is the early kickoff as well, so we'll keep an eye on the Brighton result afterwards. But yeah, I think we're going to go into this, obviously, underdogs, huge underdogs. But over the years, we have actually beaten them twice. I say that confidently, that is a big number, but it's not. And they've beaten us 10 times. I don't know. Obviously, if we can get out this without losing, that would be great. But ultimately, it's probably try and contain and hope for the best. So here we are, boys. We are mixing up again. We got a bit more experience in the side. Mugrabi, Winsdale, Toto, Nelson, Maitland-Niles, Shinchenko, Lenihan, Torreira, Garcia, Dak, and Zavanovic. We are going to revamp the bench somewhat. I think Busquets needs to be in there. Waldemir, obviously, goal scoring at the moment. Ayala. So, yeah, Darren Lenihan as Capitano in the middle of the field here. Him and Torreira is going to be crucial. It's not my desired preference. Maybe Busquets can come on second half. But yeah, up against Firmino. Where's Princeton? No sign of Princeton, which he usually scores a butt. Mo Salah is back though. Back up between the sticks. It's just a deadly team. So here we are, boys and girls, at a packed out Anfield, who are cruising, kind of, towards the title. When I say cruising, actually under a little bit of pressure from Manchester City and Manchester United, who've got games in hand, so they might not necessarily get the title. It is a 3-horse race. So it'll be, the title will go to the northwest. Just not too sure which city. As for us, we are chasing the dream of fourth. And we've got another injury at right back. Reed could come in, but we're gonna play on for the time being. And here come Liverpool. Keita, Pavon, Emmers, Robertson whips a cross in, and Mo Salah took a shot but must have got a deflection and it went wide, and Mugrabi eventually grabs the resulting corner. That was a bit dicey. Just going to hold on to where we are. Here we go. Mo Salah fires it in, and we have a penalty for Liverpool. It was Lenihan. Fabinho, top bins. Mugrabi didn't even move. Show some passion, boys. If we lose by just a 1-0 through that penalty, I will be a little bit miffed. But don't worry, I'm sure they're going to score a butt-ton load of goals. Fabinho, Emmers, long ranger, Mo Salah scrambles, bodies everywhere. And I think that was a free kick for us. So if it stays like this going to the second half, I'm a little bit confident that we can try and push. Obviously, we're going to come out be a bit more bold in the second half. Which would mean maybe a change of personnel. Another opportunity here for Liverpool. Oh, over the top as we get closer to the halftime whistle. It's just a 1-0, and it is just that penalty. So let's take it to them. Let's give them what we got. Maybe this is how what we did against Bayern, and we ended ultimately losing 7-3. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we are mixing it up a bit, going a bit more bold. Brought on Harrison Reed and Lewis Gunn, Ford, Maitland-Niles, and Lenihan. A couple of defensive players coming off. Reedy boy. Substitute sort of right back because Nyambe and what's his chops? Bogle not available. That's a bad deflection. Goes up to Pavon, and that's right on the line. And Nelson's probably going to see red. Oh my goodness gracious. Now what? Now what do we do? Now that's to come on. Always against Liverpool. We always lose a man against Liverpool. Just occasionally a couple. Occasionally. I think we lost 3 one time. Anyway, let's try and get creative. 10 men up against 11 men. Top of the table, Liverpool. Don't fancy our chances here now, guys. This could spell the end of our ambitious Champions League dreams, and we're going to have to go back to the drawing board of Europa League. That's yeah, and we've got Tottenham breathing down our next 3 games in hand. 4 points adrift. Firmino, bodies everywhere. Naby Keita gets it over the line. 15 minutes to go. It is yeah. Not great. Look at the yellow stacking up. When you know it's not your day, you know it's not your day. It's definitely not been our day. I think we could have had a shot if we had our 11 men, sorry. But they are now running riot. Let's just get over the line, get this one out of the way, and press on. I just hope for the best. Hopefully Tottenham will trip up. It is 4 points, so realistically, they've got 1 gimme in their hands, and that is it. Job done for Liverpool. 3-0. They're on their way to possibly being our champions once again. Well, after that set of matches, it's not looking good for us. As Brighton break away from us, they are closing in on that top 4 spot with their 3-2 win over Stoke. As for Burnley, they look doomed. But yes, so that's going to wrap up this puppy. Not the best, 3 out of 6, not too shabby. But we're going to be back pretty much straight away. We'll sidestep the Leicester game. I'll do that off camera, and we'll come back for these crucial away games: Arsenal, Brighton. That will be tomorrow. So hopefully you can join me then as we try to get into Europe one way or another. I think my Champions League dreams are realistically over. Especially, well, I've got to hope that Arsenal lose their next game. And then we beat them in the other one, and then we'll see where we are. Anyway, I'm going to let you get out of here. Until then, thumbs up, subscribe. Ciao for now.
Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.